Welcome to another edition of Green Footprints coming to you from Green Growth TV and studios. As the Yuletide season unfolds, the festive cheer often comes with a steep price literally and environmentally. From rising costs in markets to the surge in waste generated by holiday activities, the season's economic pressures have a ripple effect on sustainability. In today's report, we'll delve into how the Yuletide price hike impacts green growth, fingering the consequences and common issues faced by households, businesses, and the environment. Let's head to the markets.
Madam got 500, Sele got 500, Aya got.
The Yuletide season is here, and while it brings joy, celebrations, and togetherness, it also comes with increased economic and environmental pressures from surging prices in the market to the growing pile of waste in markets and households. The effects of this season are being felt deeply across Africa. The Yuletide is traditionally a time of generosity and celebration, but for many, it's also a season of financial strain. As prices for essential commodities skyrocket, families are struggling to keep up. At Lugbe Market in Abuja, Nigeria, it was observed that the hike in price has affected the inflow of people trooping into shop and by extension stretched to some traders almost sitting idle. However, while some areas look dry, another quarter of the market looks excessively busy as shoppers are busy trying to get by with their needs. A trader, Hajia Hajara, has a few things to say about the price hike of commodities and the waste management approach adopted in the market.
Most people must eat, no matter how hard country is. But things are very expensive before this selling time, and many people go profile by not buying much. They will just buy whatever they can afford. We buy in cartons actually, like all this milk. We buy in cartons. Before we just leave the cartons, anybody that wants it will just carry it. But these days, we have to package it, level it. There are some people who used to come and buy it, weigh it, and buy it. So with that, we are using it to buy one, to do one thing or the other into the shop. Unlike in the past that we allow whoever wants to pack it to pack it. But because of the hardship, we are stocking it. That is one problem the management face here. They didn't put any waste dustbin here at all. People throw it outside, then later the people sweeping will just come and sweep them outside. But in my own case, I do put my own in a nylon, pack them together and drop it for easy carrying.
Looking inward at the household waste management of individuals in the household this Yuletide season, we often shop for new things that come in different package appearances, ranging from plastic bags, cartons, and packs, among others, and end up having to produce more waste than the normal time as a result of the season. The effects of the Yuletide season are evident not just in the joy of cooking and shopping, but also in the growing problem of waste and its mismanagement. Families buy more groceries, new clothes for children and relatives, gift items for friends and well-wishers, decorations, and cooking elaborate meals, which naturally leads to more waste. All this waste, whether it's plastic wrappers, leftover food, or discarded packaging, doesn't just disappear. When poorly managed, it contributes to clogged drainages, increased flooding risks, and harmful emissions from decomposing organic matter. This directly undermines the general efforts, especially Nigeria's efforts toward green growth and sustainable development. And with the high cost of eco-friendly alternatives like reusable shopping bags or biodegradable packaging, many families and traders are resorting to cheaper, less sustainable options, further exacerbating the problem. On the other hand, an expert, Minister Counselor, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, member of the Nigerian delegation to COP, Emma Mweke, explains the consequences of the Yuletide season and its price hike effect on the environment as well as how it can be managed.
Yeah, households have very significant role to play in reducing environmental impact, because households are the primary point of consumption, and that is where waste management are generated. I think households should be enlightened on the impact of climate change, on the importance of going green, and ensuring that all waste are properly disposed, and ensure that the usage of resources this Christmas are prioritized to ensure that we protect the environment. For instance, cooking with firewood at this Yuletide period should be prioritized for green or clean energy that will help to reduce the impact of climate change. So I believe that households have very significant role to play in this regard. Policies are made by state authorities, and state authorities have knowledge of environmental impact, and state authorities also have knowledge that during the daytime period there is a lot of demands and a lot of consumption activities go on. There should be an effort to prioritize awareness, enlightenment campaign on what is important and what is not important, and then for people to actually appreciate what they can spend on and how to be prudent with their resources, and also keep in mind that too much of these activities could have serious impact on the environment. So I think that those who are in charge or saddled with the responsibility to make policies should be the one that brings this knowledge, this awareness to the populace, and then be able to guide them to make best choices, bearing in mind what bad choices could do for the environment.
How can businesses, especially in the green sector, adapt to the challenges of price hikes while maintaining the commitment to sustainability?
It's about innovation, because there is a plan by all governments, all companies to go green, and trying to make that transition involves a lot of resources. But what is important is for businesses who are already engaged in producing materials, items that assist with this transition, to constantly adapt to economic challenges, but without losing sustainability of the final product that they produce. For instance, any business that's operating in an environment like Nigeria, where you constantly have fluctuations in terms of price hike, would always keep this in mind with all of its economic planning, to ensure that there is sustainability in terms of the products, while not taking away the importance of adapting to climate change. I believe that there should be community, driven approaches to management of waste, especially during the Yuletide, and this will start with awareness, enlightenment on its impact, attitude towards waste management, and ensuring that the authorities in each community are aware of the role, what they have to do to ensure that waste are properly managed. When this is done and communities are aware of the impact of climate change, especially through waste management, and they imbibe this attitude, over time it becomes a way of life of the community, and with time people begin to imbibe all of the climate change attitude, and then everybody now supports the effort to ensure proper transition to clean energy. Thank you.
The Yuletide season is a time for joy and celebration, but it's also a chance to reflect on how our actions impact the environment. As we shop, cook, and celebrate, let's remember that every choice we make can contribute to or hinder green growth. So how do we balance our festive traditions with sustainability? Firstly, by exploring government interventions that provide better waste management systems and subsidizing eco-friendly products to make them affordable during high-demand seasons. You could also engage in community action that organize neighborhood waste collection and recycling drives during and after the Yuletide. And lastly, which is important, individual responsibility. This is where reusable bags, buying only what's needed, and properly separating waste for recycling are domiciled. In the spirit of celebration, it is important to remind you that sustainability begins with each of us. Let's make this festive season not just memorable, but also mindful. That was an eye-opening look at how the festive season's price hikes are not just impacting our pockets, but also our environment. As we celebrate the Yuletide, it's important to remember that small conscious actions like reducing waste, choosing sustainable options, and supporting green businesses can make a big difference. Thank you for joining us on Green Footprints. Until next time, I am Divine Alex. Let's continue to leave a positive mark on our planet, one step at a time.